Yo, what's going on everybody, Swagkage here, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about Kirin, an S-class lightning release jutsu created by Sasuke Uchiha with the intent of killing his older brother Itachi Uchiha. Since it was created to kill Itachi, it's a very powerful jutsu. As a matter of fact, I'd venture to guess that it's one of the most powerful lightning release jutsu in the entire series. But a lot of people are a little bit hung up on how it works, and I don't blame them, because this jutsu was only ever used once in the original manga, and it was only ever used a second time in the anime, but we never saw it again after that. However, even though it's only been used under a very limited number of conditions, Zetsu does a pretty good job surmising how the technique works based on what he witnesses, and pretty accurately describes Kirin's mechanics to the audience. So basically, to perform Kirin, Sasuke takes advantage of lightning that's already present in the atmosphere. For this jutsu to work properly, there has to be a thunderstorm going on in the area, which is why Sasuke doesn't use it very often. There are ways for him to artificially produce a thunderstorm, and despite what most people believe, he can do this in more than one different way. It's never stated directly anywhere, but there are at least two different ways that Sasuke can produce the necessary weather conditions to perform this jutsu. The first is what the audience sees him do in the fight against Itachi, and that is to use fire release jutsu to produce thunderclouds. To paraphrase what Zetsu says in the Viz translation of the Naruto manga, Sasuke shoots fire-style jutsu into the sky to rapidly raise the ambient air temperature and create an ascending air current, which results in the formation of a cumulonimbus thundercloud. Now let me do something I don't often do here and reference some real-life science. Once this cloud has been formed, Sasuke doesn't have to do any more work after that. He doesn't have to spend any of his own chakra to cause this cloud to create lightning. Practically all cumulonimbus clouds do this on their own. Now, I'm no meteorologist, so I don't know exactly what I'm talking about here. But most, if not all, thunderclouds, especially those of this size and species, create enough small electrical charges to build up over time and result in the electrical discharge that we call lightning. So Sasuke doesn't have to use any chakra after this cloud is formed. At least not to create the lightning he's going to be manipulating when he uses this technique. The other possible method Sasuke can use to manipulate the weather for the sake of performing Kirin is, well, it's not specified, but there has to be one. I mean, Sasuke created the jutsu, so he knows how it works, and while many people don't remember this, he made a hand motion signaling that he was about to use Kirin to kill Naruto, Sakura, Sai, and Yamato when he met them in Orochimaru's hideout. And this is further supported by the fact that Orochimaru even came by to stop Sasuke from using the jutsu. And this was in the middle of the day, in a place with completely clear blue skies, after a battle that Sasuke did not use a single fire jutsu in. So Sasuke has to have some other way of causing a thunderstorm. Now, granted, this could just be Kishimoto being inconsistent, but that doesn't change the fact that it's in the manga, and Sasuke has to have a secondary method of manipulating the weather because of this. The Naruversity theorizes that this second method involves Sasuke sending a large amount of lightning chakra into the air in order to create a small local thundercloud that he can manipulate the lightning from. But, I mean, there's nothing concrete to support this, so I don't know. Interpret this scene how you will, because, I mean, it's really all up to headcanon. So, once this cloud has been created, Sasuke can take control of the lightning it produces and manipulate it freely. When performing Kirin, he chooses to apply a shape transformation to it that makes it take on the traits of, well, a Kirin. Though Kirin literally translates to giraffe in English, it's actually a creature that's pretty prominent in Japanese and other Asian folklore, and while I don't know enough about Eastern mythology to tell you which of this creature's aspects inspired the Kirin technique, I can tell you that it is one of the most powerful creatures in Japanese folklore. Anyhow, as you can see for yourself, the resulting mass of lightning is gigantic, and this is why Sasuke chooses to create a thundercloud before performing the technique, because outside of the chakra used to create these clouds, Kirin expends little to none of its user's chakra on use, since all Sasuke has to do is take control of lightning that's already there. This allows him to manipulate much more electricity at once than he would otherwise be able to, because, I mean, look how big that thing is! It would take a colossal amount of chakra to perform the nature transformation necessary to create a mass of lightning that big. This also means that larger scale storms will allow Sasuke to make Kirin more powerful, since obviously the more lightning he has access to, the more powerful he's able to make the jutsu. Of course, because of how complicated the prerequisites are, it's very difficult and time-consuming to perform this jutsu. This is exacerbated by the fact that the thundercloud Sasuke creates before performing this jutsu will dissipate after Kirin is used, meaning that most of the time circumstances will only allow this jutsu to be used once per fight. Not that that matters much, since this jutsu hits the ground in 1/1000th of a second and is capable of blowing up something with a size equivalent to that of a small mountain. Now, I get people think it's a fodder jutsu because a half-dead Itachi tanked it and all that, but he had access to the Yata mirror, which is capable of reflecting any ninjutsu or taijutsu, so that's not really fair, is it? Naruto also survives it in the anime, but this is Six Path Sage Mode Naruto, one of the most powerful characters in the whole series, so I don't think it's fair to judge Kirin's merits based off of that either. Most of the time, this jutsu is going to be more than enough to kill anybody that Sasuke is fighting against. I mean, really, there aren't a whole lot of characters in the Narutoverse with the speed or durability necessary to either dodge or tank a hit from Kirin, so I don't think it's fair to sleep on this jutsu, but whatever. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. That's pretty much all there is to say about Kirin. I'm actually surprised that I managed to make the video go on for this long. If you have any requests for future video topics you want me to cover, well, leave them in the comments below like always. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to get updates when I post future content. Hope to see you in my next video, and until then, talk to you later. Swagkage out. Bye.